I've got an interesting question for you. It's something that came to me at like midnight last night, and I found it to be so interesting I had to get up and write it down. And then I've been thinking about it and going, you know what? That's something worth sharing with my friends here on this channel. So I have an idea. I'm going to try to paint a picture for you and tell you a visual story so that you can use this same sort of metaphoric reference in the ways that you go about doing some of the things that we've been talking about over the past couple of videos. Stuff like changing our self-concept, recognizing and stepping back and identifying stories that don't serve us, ho'oponopono, bringing in more awareness of the things that we actually want to experience in our lives, and seeing things through this perspective of the stories that we tell ourselves as we continue in our personal development journey of becoming the best version of ourselves. Are you ready to kick into it with me? Awesome. Well, come on, my friend. Let's dig into the soil of this together. Welcome back to you. I'm so happy and delighted that you're here. My name is D. Grant Smith. I am the growth farmer for personal development through the lens of spirituality and storytelling. Now, over the past several videos, I've been sharing a bunch of different things, all related to some of the same stuff, the stories that we tell ourselves, and stories not having to be these long, giant novels that we're telling ourselves, but just simple things. You can consider it an affirmation or just a random thought that continues to repeat in our minds over and over again. But I had this idea and a way for us to metaphysically and metaphorically look at our thought patterns in ways that we can go about changing them and converting them into something different. So I was lucky enough that this past Christmas, my uncle gave me a dustbuster. Now, what do you use a dustbuster for? Well, it's like a miniature vacuum. You have an area of your house that it's hard to pick up a giant vacuum and set it down and suck up the dust, or in my case, the cat fur. You grab one of these guys. Maybe you take it in your car and you use it instead of having to go down to the car wash and, big vacuums and all that stuff. My idea was this. Wouldn't it be awesome if somebody came up with or created this Alchemist vacuum? What does that mean, dude? Well, if you've studied alchemy in any way, shape, or form, or you've read the Alchemist novel by Paulo Coelho, which is my all-time favorite novel that I didn't write, you know that alchemists, or alchemists, however you say that word, turn lead into gold. They have this mystical process where they convert things that are unwanted. And I'm not going to say that lead is unwanted. Most of the time when you're talking about the difference between lead and gold, most people want gold more than they want lead. However, if there was some sort of way to convert stuff that is around our house, dust, dirt, stuff that's, spilled out on the floor, or like I've mentioned numerous times, cat hair, and I could go in and I could suck up all this stuff from my metaphysical dustbuster, my Alchemist dustbuster, or my, vacuum cleaner or whatever. What happens to the stuff that we suck up into vacuum cleaners and dustbusters? It turns into these little balls, or these giant balls of dust. And what do we do with that? We throw it away. We've accumulated all of the dust together in one spot, and now it's all packed together, and now we throw it away and we take it out to the dumpster, and it's gone forever for our lives until the next time we have to clean the house. What if we could convert that dust, convert that unwanted and turn it into gold? What if instead of taking off the filter and finding a big thing full of dust, we take off the filter and we find a little thing full of gold? Now, I use this as an illustration. This is actually some antibacterial hand gel, but it's golden in color. And if we sucked up dust and then pressed a little button and it converted that dust into gold, and now we've got gold dust, or what if we even go even more mystical and we turn it into pixie dust? And so now instead of this dust that's on the ground, or dirt, or cat fur, or dog fur, or whatever the crap that we don't want, We suck it up, we press a button, and it converts it into something that we do want, something that we find to be valuable and find to be lovely, and we sprinkle the gold dust around, or we sprinkle the pixie dust on us, and we have some happy thoughts, and we float around, and we fly and go on fun, crazy adventures. How awesome would that be? Okay, well, there's a story. We can take this story into another dimension and look at our thought processes. Because what if we have the capacity right now, regardless of whether we have a physical, metaphysical dust buster that sucks up dust and turns it into gold, we do have the capacity in our minds. As I've talked about several times with you guys about, number one, how changing our stinking thinking can revolutionize our lives, and also 3 simple ways to transform our lives by doing just a simple thing, one of them being practicing the same thing over and over again, repetition. What if we imagine, as we take a step back, this is something I talked about in another previous video. So by the way, spend some time here on this channel, go into the videos and look at everything that I've done since April of this year. I promise you, all of those videos are awesome. I'm not asking you to watch every single one of them, but I'm telling you that there's a treasure trove full of wisdom and full of insight and full of interesting perspectives to transform your life, and stories and fun. I promise you, you'll enjoy the process. But as I've been saying over the past several weeks worth of videos, if we will take our time and be more mindful, be more observant of the thoughts that are going through our minds, and then allow ourselves to, even subconsciously, tell your subconscious mind, hey, if I say suck it up, what I mean is suck up that negative story. Imagine it as, because the subconscious mind thinks in terms of pictures and imagination, imagine it as though I'm asking you to take a vacuum cleaner or a dustbuster and suck up that negative thought and then convert it into something that serves my highest good, something that is maybe the opposite of what the negativity is. Maybe it goes from, I realize I have a doubtful or fearful or anxious thought, and I just say the words, suck it up or erase. And what I'm asking my subconscious mind to do is to suck up that negative thought and perform some alchemy on it. Press the change button and transmute or convert it into a thought and a story and a belief about love and success and awesomeness and whatever else it is that you want to create. We can do this. We can tell ourselves new stories. We can create a new self-concept and be in this process of continual evolutionary, and notice that I'm dancing, notice that I'm changing, notice that this is transformation because I'm changing the story and I like this new story. This new story is golden. This new story is fun. This new story is a blessing. The old one, the doubtful, the fear-based, the negative one, nope, done with that. Sorry, not sorry. I'm sucking it up in my metaphysical alchemist dustbuster of thoughts that I don't want. And I am going, and I'm pressing the magical little button, which is going to take all of this negative stuff that I don't want, and it's going to turn it into something that I do, something that is golden, something that when I put it on me or I reflect and spend time on it, it ends up being a blessing. What do you think? Are you down with creating a alchemist vacuum cleaner or dustbuster in your mind and becoming more observant, more conscious of what your thought patterns are? And as you notice yourself thinking things or telling yourself stories that don't serve you, stories about yourself and stories about other people, just telling your subconscious mind, you know what? I want you to suck that up and convert it into something awesome. If you're down with that, drop down in the comments with me and say, yes, D. Grant, I'm going to have an Alchemist dustbuster just like you do. And it's not sold in stores and it costs you nothing. So there you go. If you haven't done so already, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and also share this with somebody that you know to bless them and their self-concept to transform their life too. Get more from me, including awesome teachings like this one that go even deeper in helping you transform your life and enjoy the process and a whole lot of fun. I've got some awesome kick-ass stories that'll help you do that as well. All of them at growthfarming.com. And you can see more in the description below, including some links to some awesome stuff that you can get for free that will bless you. I appreciate you. I love you, and I will see you again soon.